Good morning, children. So here we are with a new video on a new chapter, that is data handling. Now, data handling, if you recall a bit of introduction, you all have done it in third standard. But yes, we will be introduced with little more in data handling in this year. Now, what exactly is data handling? The very first thing, what is data? Okay. I may be having a lots of information, but when I put it in an organized form, that information, it becomes data. When I get a better preview, a better comprehension of that information, or organized presentation of that information, it becomes data. Now we have been going through this pandemics, that is COVID-19. We have been hearing about lots of news that so many people cases heard on this day in Nagpur or in Vidarbha or in Maharashtra. Now again, just hearing about number of cases of this virus, who are about people who are infected by this virus. There may be people who may be just infected and they are asymptomatic. There may be people who are infected and they are symptomatic. There may be people who are infected and very serious, hospitalized, and there may be people who got infected and are no more, right? So this, and if we bifurcate this number, so you get a better idea of the same going on in Nagpur. If I just say, oh, 100 cases found yesterday. So that is not just enough, but the moment we precise it, we present it in a better order, it becomes a data for me. When I present it in a proper categorized way, it becomes a proper data for me to understand as well as to explain. So when the information is handled properly, it is called as data handling. Let's see ahead. Data handling refers to the process of gathering, recording, and presenting information in a way that is helpful to others. For instance, that way can be in form of pictographs, that way can be in form of tally marks, that way can be in form of graphs or in form of charts. Okay? तो वो जो वे है जिसमें हम लोग डेटा को प्रेजेंट कर रहे हैं, रिकॉर्ड कर रहे हैं, गैदर कर रहे हैं, and we are giving information in form of pictograph, tally, graphs or charts, it becomes data handling process. Now I'm going to share one video with you all, explain it to you all. Just give me a moment, let me share it. I hope my screen is visible. Yes, my screen is visible. I can also see that. Now here, I have got some fruits here in different categories of pineapple, apples, and mangoes. Okay. So I have fruits with me, but again, there is category. Types of fruits, better way to say is mangoes, apple, and pineapple. Okay. Having a basket of fruit is okay. I have that information. But the moment I say I have got 2 pineapples, 3 apples, and 5 mangoes, that becomes a data for me. It gives me a better picture in my mind. Okay, that fruit of basket consists of these. Right? So that becomes a data for me. Now, let's see another example. There are few players playing on the ground, a match, cricket match, and they are making runs. Now, if we want to summarize their scores match-wise, let's say a single player is there. Oh, sorry, the player, of course, there are 11 plus 11. But okay, we are talking about one player and his runs scored by him in each match. And then again, categorize those runs in different categories. That is the number of hundreds he has scored, the number of 50s he scored, number of 40s he scored. So, sorry, number of fours he's made, number of six he's hit, his complete average, and all those such things. Balls for, faced. BF means balls faced. The score average 85.6 represents average. Average अभी उसने balls face किया है 45, लेकिन जो average निकाला जाता है वो per group of set recalculated. Don't go into that too much, but that is match 1 is 38 runs. Match 2 he scored 111. Match 3 he scored 15. Match 4 he scored 103. Now again, if we check out his century score, in match 2 he made a century, in match 4 he made a century, in match 3 he took a half century, the number of fours he hit, the number of six he hit in each match. So it's giving me such a wonderful picture about a batsman, right? Not just only his score, but lot many things along with it. So this becomes a data for me now. Okay. Now, organizing this data, as we saw in the definition, it can be in form of pictograph, it can be in form of bar graph, it can be in form of tally, it can be in form of charts, pie chart. Now, the information is also called as raw data. I'm having a set of stationery with me. Now, that set of stationery consists of pencils, apple, pen, table, rubber, mango. Oops. The raw data that they have provided to me is they are just writing pencil, apple, pen, table, rubber, mango, chair, rose, sharpener, lily, banana, sofa. And then they are asking us to categorize it. ये तो just information है और raw data है, the stuff that I have. But then if they ask me, oh my God, it's also confusing. Can you present it a bit properly? Yes, definitely I can do it. I can make a table where I make an stationery as one column, fruits as one column, furniture and flowers. Now all the stationery items are put in stationery, fruits items are put in fruits, furniture items in furniture, and flowers in flowers. Now it becomes so easy and it's so presentable to your eyes too. Now this is not no more a raw data. Okay, it's a proper data that is absolutely giving you a perfect picture that the items that I'm having are of 4 different types: stationery, fruits, furniture, and flowers. And these are the items in each these types. Tables help us to represent data in well-organized way. That's why you have timetables, right? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And again in that, period 1, period 2, period 3, and so on. Suppose if the teacher just tells you, okay, on Monday you bring this book, on Tuesday you bring this book, notebooks, and on Wednesday you bring this subject books. It will be just an information for you. But the moment your class teacher gives you the table, the timetable, which is made in a specific row and column form, you get such a wonderful picture of the information, and that is called as data. You stick it on your study table board there, isn't it? And every day when you set up your bag, it becomes so convenient for you. And imagine the teacher just would have written the subjects. It gets so difficult, right? Or maybe just so here. Now, suppose we have a situation where we are throwing dice, and every time we are checking for the two dice sum is equals more than 9 and less than 9. Okay, so we are categorizing it. So now it is 8. Okay, so I am putting that this time I got 8, some greater than 9 and some less than 9. Now this process goes on so fast. And it's a continuous process. It's one back to back, back to back, back to back. It's a recording basically that you're doing. You're throwing dice. Acha, abhi sum greater than 9. Okay. Acha, abhi sum less than 9. Abhi greater than 9. Abhi less than 9. Hua. So this type of collection of data is basically recording something which cannot be in form of numbers. Okay, you just have to record something. So for this we use tally marks. What do we use? Tally marking. We go on drawing the lines. We draw 4 dash here, vertical dashes here, and then we put a cross. This stands for 5 times I got sum greater than 9, and here 1 2 3 4 5, and this is 6. So 6 times I got sum less than 9. This is what is called as tally marking. Always I give one example. Suppose I stand on a bridge or I stand on a roadside, and if I'm asked, count the number of white cars crossing, black cars crossing, red color cars crossing, and gray color cars. So it will be so difficult, and there's a huge traffic. Every time the signal starts from this side, one side cars move, then the second signal starts. Will it be possible for you? Okay, red car, 1 2 3 4, and there will be a point in next 10 minutes you will forget the car. Same will happen for the black cars, gray cars, and red car. You will forget the car. It gets very difficult. But the moment I take this tally marking, I make 4 columns with me or rows with me, and I put the names there, category names as red car, gray car, black car, and white car. And as the signal starts and cars starts moving, the moment I see the white car, I put a dash in front of white car. I see the red car, I put a dash in front of red car, and the record. This is basically quick back-to-back recording for which counting is not possible. In form of numbers, counting is not possible. So we use these vertical bars to do that counting, in which we draw 4 vertical bar and 1 slant bar that stands for 5 sets. And we go on making such sets of 5, and at the end it gets even the counting. अच्छा ऐसे बार सब बनाते जाओगे फिर क्या बाद में बैठकर आप काउंट करोगे 1 2 3 4? No. Once I have in a set of 5, 5 plus 5 10, 10 plus 5 15, 15 plus 5 20, बहुत convenient हो जाता है. We will see more ahead when we will be doing our solving few questions there. Okay, children? Let's see the next. What's there for us? So now see how the counting is increasing. We are drawing the slants. the vertical bars and the slant and counting. So here you see the sum greater than 9, we got 11 times, and sum less than 9, we got 9 times. Counting becomes so convenient if we make sets. Right? Let's see ahead, what do we have? What is our B saying? Yes. Given table represents favorite fruit of grade 4 students of a, sorry, now you need to click on the correct answer as per the question. There is a column here which says the number of students who opted for the subject. Let's see. For the subject maths, environmental, science, English, and Hindi. So what happens is dash is the most, oh, sorry. Yeah, now I got it. Dash is the most favorite subject of the class. Maths. Most number of students are there for maths. Then dash is the least favorite subject of the class, Hindi, right? So this is how the table gives you a clear picture. Let's see ahead. There is something, wow. There is something colorful in front of you where there is one vertical line. Look at my arrow on the annotation. There is one vertical line here, another horizontal sweeping line here. On the sweeping line, we have put the subjects maths, EVS, science, English, Hindi. And here on the vertical bar, we have put certain lines giving count 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is the number of students. वही जो कुछ पिछला टेबल आपने देखा उसी को represent कर रहे हैं कि maths, the most liked subject is maths because 9 students said raise their hands. Then 7 students raised their hands for EVS. For science, 5 students raised their hands. For English, 4 students raised their hands, and for Hindi, 3 students raised their hands. There are no offense for any subject teacher here. So now, अभी थोड़ी देर पहले आपने इसी डेटा को टेबल फॉर्म में देखा. अभी now what you are seeing is in form of bar graph. There is an image put in front of you, which quickly gives you the idea that number of students who like maths, who likes EVS, science, English, and Hindi. That is what the bar graph is. Children, you have done this in standard 3. But yes, now we will be having little bigger numbers. Now, what does Abhi going to show next? Let's see. This is individually called as a bar. Okay. And every bar stands on a number and which gives you an account of the number of students. Let us summarize. Unorganized data or information is called as raw data. Organized data is easy to interpret. Data can be arranged using tables, tally marks, and bar graphs, and of course pie chart that we will be learning a little later in the same concepts. But right now what I showed you is tables, tally marks, and bar graph. And also here we are through with my explanation. So children, I hope you have understood. Right now, we saw 3 types of categories, that is of presenting your raw data and making it as a data and making it more presentable. That is the tables. Another one was tally marking, that is mostly used for recording, and the bar graph. Now, there is a difference between tally marking के बाद whatever data you get can be represented in form of bar or tables. Tally marking is also handling the data, but it is for recording purpose. Okay, So please understand the difference between a bar graph, tally marking, and tables. All the tally marking data collected can be later represented in form of tables and bar graph, or even in form of pictograph, even in form of pie chart. Now here I have not concentrated much on pictograph, but yes, of course, we will discuss directly when we do the exercise, because second and third standard you all have done pictograph a lot. ओके तो डायरेक्टली जब हम लोग एक्सरसाइज करेंगे लाइव सेशन में वी विल डू पिक्टोग्राफ एंड in my next video in more detail I will discuss with you pie chart because that is more important. Okay, so children, I'm stopping my video here. Have a good day, collect your doubts and keep it for tomorrow's live session. Thank you children, please study hard and work hard.